Hey, what's up everyone? I'm gonna start this by saying I hope you all have a wonderful day, and with that being said, let's get into the video.
Oh my gosh, you are so stunning, beautiful, and young looking. Do you want to be best friends? That is so sweet. Yes!
Yes, I'm sure you would like to believe everyone thinks that about you, but now let me read what the other lady said. One thing that is so crazy is how you're 21 and look older than me, and I'm 32. Botox. Lots of Botox and lip fillers.
I truly don't think that you should ever be bored. So, rapid fire off the top of my head, here are some things that you could be doing this week so that you don't have any moments where you're like, oh my God, I have nothing to do, and you go on TikTok instead. As a matter of fact, watch this video, then probably get off TikTok. Okay, let's go. Read a non-fiction book. Ride a bus from one end of the bus line all the way to the other. Try and find a four-leaf clover. Follow one of those really intricate nail polish tutorials from like the 2010s, you know, with the newspaper nails, stuff like that. Do a physical collage. Actually get like glue sticks, scissors, cut out a magazine, collage something, I don't know. Make some sort of art journal. As a matter of fact, mix the two. Scrapbook. When's the last time that you did anything to do with scrapbooking? Learn how to crochet. Probably crochet something pretty simple, bikini top, scarf, a really long string, whatever that looks like.
Okay, I think I've got it. Find stuff to do. What I love the most is hearing TikTokers saying, get off TikTok, it's bad for you. And even if I don't understand what's wrong with reading a fictional book, sure, I guess, but we all know there's nothing more fun and exciting and glamorous than to ride a bus from one end to the other. That's not gonna be boring at all, right?
Everyone's coming out as like having no hobbies and interests, and I love it. I've been waiting for this moment. Whole life, I've always been like, what do people do in their free time if they don't need something from Target? That's the only thing I know as my culture, as my activity. I'm just so grateful that that's becoming a mainstream acceptable thing to share.
Yes, nothing better than to lay on your couch or on your bed with nothing to do and watch how you slowly turn into a vegetable. What if instead of you waiting on TikTok for others to come out and say they also don't have hobbies, you try to find a hobby for yourself? It's not even that hard. Find something you really enjoy and do it. It doesn't have to be riding the bus like the other lunatic or crochet something. Just something you enjoy doing.
What the hell is the male equivalent of flowers?
Head.
Because I genuinely have absolutely zero clue on what men actually want. Of course, a woman loves a bouquet of flowers from time to time just to show some appreciation. But what is the male equivalent of that?
Like I've said it already, it's head.
Is it a Lego set? Is it some tools? Is it... I literally have no... Is it flowers? Do men like flowers? Like, that's a genuine question. Do men like flowers? Because I think everyone should love flowers, but I'm just like, is that a thing? I've heard a lot of people like a baked good. So if I made some homemade brownies, I don't know, do men like that? I literally have zero clue on what men actually like. So can somebody in the comments please give me a categoric list on what you would like to receive as a small gesture? You know, if someone bought me flowers and I wanted to return the favor, what could I potentially do?
Give him head. Me, personally, I like chocolate. It's all about the small things. When you ask men in general, it doesn't need to be something specific. What you should be focusing on is finding a man and then see what he likes. Even if he doesn't have something he's crazy about, small gestures are still what matters. Asking everyone on TikTok it's not the right way, cause get this, I know we're all different. We all like different stuff. Or just stick with head.
Guys do not ask girls out anymore, and that is so sad, but also so funny at the same time, because sitting at a bar or sitting at a cafe and having someone come up to you and be like, hey, I think you're very beautiful, would you like to go out sometime? That is a thing of the past. I find that laughable, because the reason for that is because everyone takes dating so seriously. Everyone takes relationships so seriously, but at the same time, it has become something so unserious. And people might be like, oh, but guys slide into girls' DMs. That does not count. A fire emoji reply to someone's story does not count. Liking everyone's feed posts, that does not count as asking a woman out. If I'm honest, in this day and age, I hear more stories of women asking men out than men asking women out. Like, what the situationship? A situationship literally came onto this earth because of the fact that people overcomplicated and overthought the concept of dating. And the reason why situationships are a thing is because of the fact that loyalty literally is so hard to come by these days. Like talking stages, everyone's like, oh my god, you should be talking to more than one person, you know, like you gotta explore your options. What the fuck? Social media has given men the ability to look at millions and millions of women on their tiny little rectangle that they beat them into. And because of that, it's given them this illusion that they have options. It's just the presence of choices. It's the presence of choices which makes us think that, oh, being in a committed relationship where you're just dating one person is some big thing. And really, it isn't. It's normal.
I'm still not sure if you failed to make your point or I've missed it, but that's not really important. Men have the illusion that they have more options than they do. Not really. Men make about 64% of dating app users, and about 90 of them are invisible. 30% of men between the age of 18 and 30 never had a single interaction with a woman. It's not men who think they have more options, it's women. Average looking women look at top 10 and for some reason they think they can get in when in reality they can't. Even this idea that you're stuck in a situationship when you don't want to be is just wild. I have no idea who came up with situationships. Well, I kind of do. It's the generation who hates labels but came up with a label for everything. But no one knows for sure if it was men or women who created situationships. But I do know this. Women who don't want to be in a situationship are either single or in a relationship.
If you look at dating app data, there is a tendency for basically very attractive men, high status men, to do really well on dating apps, to get a lot of attention from a lot of women, and then for the bottom chunk of men in terms of attractiveness to get none, to just get no matches whatsoever. And this is a tendency, it's called hypergamy, female hypergamy, that women will tend to want to marry up socially. So they'll want to marry a man who is richer than them, better educated than them, more successful than them, etc. This is basically what you see when people are left to their own devices on dating apps and you can monitor it carefully. That is basically what people do. And the problem you end up with is that when you don't have a system of monogamous marriage and you don't have the expectation that people wait, there's really nothing stopping those men from just having loads of girlfriends, maybe having at the same time, like having little harems, right? You know, not calling them that, but having basically playing the field and not being forced to commit because no one expects them to really. And it's like good fun for those men. It's frustrating for the women because they're like having relationships with these men in the hope that it will turn into commitment. And then it never does. They end up feeling really bitter. And it's also frustrating for the less attractive men who are getting no attention whatsoever and who read me or listen to me saying the sexual revolution was good for men. And it's like, it wasn't good for me. It's like, I know. There's like an inbuilt inequality.
Hypergamy on dating apps doesn't exist. You're looking at a picture and you're going for the most attractive guys. I can take a picture of myself next to a Mustang, doesn't mean I own it. I can still post it on a dating app if I wanted to. What women are chasing on dating apps are looks. They go for the most attractive guys, they get played with and dumped, and then you have ladies like the one from earlier saying situationships happen because men think they have more options than they do. All that will go away if average people will understand their average and they will go for someone who's also average.
I am so on edge right now. Like, I don't think guys will ever understand what it's like, what goes through a girl's mind when they're suddenly put in a situation with a random guy that they do not know. Like, oh my god, it's literally just a Saturday afternoon. I've come down to my local like seaside area to literally just chill. I'm literally on my own.
Yes, and people had the audacity to also be there at the exact same time you were there. Now it's like crazy, like literally like crazy, like I know.
I want you. I want to get to know you. I like you. No, you don't!
Yeah, you yelling like that, I really don't. Dating in your 50s, be like what? You could have been in your 20s. Yelling like that, I still don't.
It's not really that you're liking a half-naked photo. Like, I don't expect you to become gay in a relationship with me. Hopefully not. That's happened to me before. I've had enough of that. It's about respect. You're saying not only to me, but to the world, I think this girl's hot and I'm letting her know in front of everybody. And it's embarrassing because girls check that and we talk about it.
Yeah, bummer, I know. We're not doing this. We're not gonna jump over the fact that you're turning the man you're with gay. No, we're not doing that. And who's the other lady anyway? And why is she not asking the right question? questions. She could have even role-played if she wanted to. Therapist. Oh, and how did that make you feel? Did you felt like you needed more hugs when you were growing up? Did you feel like your father should have said I love you more so you don't turn into a bikini model? Or role-play as your friend. He was probably gay before he met you, right? I mean, I'm sure he was. Or the fake friend. I wonder if he was gay before he met you and started a relationship with you. What do you think? Or as an a-hole like me, what do you think it really is about you that turned people gay? It can't be your looks because you're attractive enough, so it must be your personality, right?
I'm writing something on this card.
You gonna try again?
Yeah.
What do you want to say now?
Roses are red. You're as cute as a poodle. Bark like a dog while I give you my noodle.
Anything better?
Roses are red. Buffalo wing. I know you're married, but I heard you swing.
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.